Hi, it's the M.L.M for this whole channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance for you, Hashem. And some people I thank have inspired me. I hope they can inspire you as well. And I will have links below this video to their sites here. Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Lon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rav Daniel Asore, Nisan Baruch Black, David Sachs, Rabbi Michael Skobach, Jews for Judaism, Rabbi David Asher, Rabbi Ron Ruvain, and Rabbi Yosef Chesney. As well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link right below this video to my first video, which explains what M.L.M for this whole means, what it stands for, and what I'm doing. So this is taken from the parasha. It's actually a double portion we're doing this time. Maatos-Maasei or Maatos. Yeah, some say Maatos-Maasei. And this is from Rabbi Yosef Chesney. And I call this Do with the Proper Intent. So a prominent mechanech received the following question from a local cheder. We feel that during the 3 weeks the curriculum should include some type of program to commemorate Yerushalayim. We are looking for ideas of what this program should consist of. The mechanech replied, I don't believe there is a need for a new program. Yiddishkeit encompasses so many reminders about Yerushalayim. Instead of inventing something new, why not emphasize the importance of concentrating on the tefillot that mention Yerushalayim in benching and davening? Benching is saying the grace after meals, if you don't know. When something is actually a mitzvah, it contains unimaginable spiritual power and it has an effect in the upper worlds. When it's merely a nice program, it is missing this energy. This thought is reflective of a great vart from the Meshamayim. The Torah introduces us to the concept of a neder, a vow. A person has the ability to create new prohibitions upon himself. This would seem to be a great deed. Through a vow, a person can create boundaries for himself that can facilitate self-control and self-growth. Yet the Torah looks down upon making vows. Why is this? The Gemara says that one who makes a vow is comparable to one building a bama, which is a private altar. One who is mekayim, it is as if he brought a carbon on it. Someone who mekayim is if he carries it out, he brings a sacrifice. What is the comparison between a neder and a bama? The Meshamayim, in the beginning of Sefer Vayikra, offers a fascinating explanation to this. Until the Beis HaMikdash was built, a sacrifice on the private altar was a mitzvah. Once we had the Beis HaMikdash, it became outlawed. Why is this? What is the difference between a bama and the Mizbeach in the Beis HaMikdash? The Meshamayim explains it as follows. The Beit HaMikdash was built parallel to the Beit HaMikdash above. When a carbon was offered there, it was not merely a dry act, it had a cosmic effect. It was as if he brought a carbon up there. A bama is different. It doesn't have this power. There are some benefits from such a carbon, such as it detaches us from avodah zarah, that's from idol worship, as the Rambam explains. But it does not have this powerful spiritual effect in the upper worlds. Both carbonos look the same, yet they are very different. You can compare it to two people that both flip the switch, one attached to a light and one merely a dud. It looks like the same action, yet one turns on the light and one does not. For this reason, the Torah prohibited sacrificing on the bama once we had the Beis HaMikdash. If you have another way of doing the same deed that has so much more power, don't waste your energy on something that does not. The Meshamayim says that the same concept applied equally to Nedarim. Someone who boundaries himself through the mitzvahs of the Torah is doing something that has a deep spiritual effect on the world. One who creates his own prohibitions through making a vow seems to be doing the same act, yet it is lacking this spiritual power. The Torah discourages Nedarim because there is a similar way to practice self-control through mitzvot that have such a strong effect. Thus, it discourages us from doing something similar that is lacking this power. Within the realm of mitzvot as well, spiritual power varies based on intent. There is a powerful essay in Sefer HaBrit that expounds on this. Rav Shach used to keep this sefer on his desk. At all times, bookmarked to this essay to remind us how deeds must be performed. The Sefer HaBrit says as follows. I was analyzing why we did not yet merit redemption and was having trouble discovering its cause. There is so much Torah learning amongst us. There are many people who exert themselves to daven with full concentration. There are countless people that are loaded with mitzvot, yet Mashiach is not here yet. Why not? I realize that there must be some issue that is eroding the power of these people's deeds. I discovered that this issue was their intent. These people were motivated by a desire for respect in this world or for a great portion in the world to come. They were not performing to bring glory to Hashem and to be a zechus to release the Shekhinah from its exile. Thus their deeds are lacking power. For this reason, Mashiach is not yet here. It is not only us who are in Galus, which is in exile. The Shekhinah is as well, which is the divine presence. And I'm just explaining those words in case you don't know them. Some people might not. Hashem desires to reveal himself in all his glory and to bestow bracha, which is blessing, upon the world. His hands are tied as he is unable to. This causes him great anguish. He wants us to yearn for his glory to be revealed and for us to perform mitzvos with this intent. I would like to share a powerful story again. Of course, this is Rabbi Chesney saying this. I'm just repeating this. I would like to share a powerful story. In the aftermath of the Hebron massacre, Agudas Yisrael decided to raise funds for the families of the victims. They sent Rav Eliyahu Meir Bloch to Ponevez to make an appeal. After many hours of traveling from his hometown of Telsa, he finally arrived in the town of Ponevez right before Mincha. He asked the Gabbai if he could be the Chazan, which is heads up the prayers for his mother's yurtzeit. The yurtzeit is it's a yearly commemoration of the person who passed away. So the Gabbai was perplexed. If you have yurtzeit today, how could you have traveled? Surely you left before dawn and did not have a minyan to say Kaddish by this morning. Rav Eliyahu Meir profoundly answered, saying Kaddish is a merit for the neshama, for the soul, because we are davening for Hashem's glory to be revealed. Surely my traveling, which was in order to do a mitzvah, which reveals Hashem's glory in the world, is just as powerful of a merit for my mother's neshama. From Moshe Rabbeinu, we see the high level one can achieve in this area of being focused on Hashem's honor. Moshe was told that he would fight the war with Midian, and afterwards he would die. Rashi says that although he knew that his death was dependent on it, he did not procrastinate. How is this possible? There is no greater conflict of interest than one's life being at stake. We can understand someone overcoming this desire to live for Hashem's sake. But how was he able to do it without even procrastinating? The answer is that Moshe lives his life focused on bringing glory to Hashem. That this ideal was so strong in his mind that it superseded his personal interests. Thus, he did not even procrastinate, although his life was on the line. This demonstrates just how much Moshe was focused on doing things to reveal Hashem's glory. If we serve Hashem with this in mind, we can merit seeing the Beis HaMikdash rebuilt, and I hope we do, and that we all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beis HaMikdash. Amen, and thanks for watching.